In this video, I'm going to break down my San Antonio flip where I made a net profit of $40,000. I'm going to go over how I found the deal, how I funded the deal, the renovation timeline and costs, and some hidden surprises I came across that cost me thousands of dollars. So let me start at the beginning. How I found this deal. I found this deal by cold calling the probate list. The house was off market and the daughter wanted to sell the home to move her elderly mother into a nursing home after her father had passed away. The house had a lot of deferred maintenance and needed a lot of repairs, and they didn't have the money to upkeep the home. So she just wanted a quick sale to get out from under the house. At first, she didn't have a price in mind, but she was realistic and understood that the house needed a lot of work. After some back and forth conversation, I finally got a number out of her and she wanted $220,000. I sent one of my real estate agents out in San Antonio to walk the home and take tons of pictures of the house so I can get a better idea of the condition of the home and how much repairs it would need. And after going through all the photos, it needed a full interior cosmetic remodel, and I offered the seller $170,000. After some back and forth negotiations, we finally agreed on a cash purchase price of $190,000. When I first ran the numbers, I assumed a $190,000 purchase price, about $4,000 in the purchase closing costs, and then $60,000 in the renovations. I assumed $10,000 for the holding costs, as I assumed I would use a private money lender that charges me 10% annualized interest. My after repair value of the home was $350,000, and I assumed about $16,000 in closing costs on the sales side for realtor commissions or any concessions to the buyer. And if those numbers held true, I would walk away with a net profit around $70,000. So from my underwriting, it seemed like a pretty solid deal. A cosmetic flip that should take about 2 months. Now, to fund this deal, I used a private lender that I've used for the past 8 years. I have a great relationship with him and he trusts me with his money. He funded the full purchase price and all the renovation costs. So he funded $190,000 upfront for the purchase and another $60,000 for the renovations, for a total of $250,000. He charges me a 10% annualized interest rate and a 1-point origination fee. He will also get a first position lien on the property to protect his investment. So it's a pretty risk-free investment for him while making double-digit returns. So we opened title and we closed on the property in under 30 days, and it was a very smooth process. Now, I've flipped plenty of homes in Houston and Beaumont, Texas, and I've done wholesales and novations in San Antonio, but this would be my first house flip in San Antonio. And I didn't have any contractors or subcontractors that I really knew out there. I was referred to a general contractor from my real estate agent, and she gave me a quote of $60,000 for the bid to do the renovations of the home. Now, I thought that was a fair price considering she is the general contractor, so she has to make some profit, and it was totally hands-free and turnkey. I know normally my subs in Houston, I can get the whole scope of work done for about 15% less than what she was charging, but I decided to give her a try. You can see the breakdown right here, and it says $48,880 because at the time she was still getting quotes for the demo and dumpsters, and she zeroed out the line item for the appliances and the baseboards as I wasn't sure what I would do with the baseboards or what type of appliances I wanted at the time. But if you add all those back in, it comes out to just right around $60,000. So once we closed, I signed the contract with the general contractor and she started working right away and everything was going pretty smooth the first week. However, after the demolition, an unexpected surprise had popped up. She had gone on the roof and noticed it was in really bad shape and it needed a brand new roof. Now, I was not expecting and I did not budget a full roof replacement in my renovation costs. And on top of that, the seller had paid off solar panels already on the roof, which I thought was a great, value add since it's already paid off, but it ended up turning to be a nightmare with the solar panels. You see, I've never dealt with a home with solar panels. I've come across a lot of them, but every time they still had a huge loan balance on the solar panels that always killed the deal, so I never ended up buying the house. However, this was the first home I've come across where the solar panels were fully paid off and there was no other mortgages or liens on the home for the solar panels. Now, my GC got a quote from a legitimate official roofing company and they quoted me $25,000 for a full roof replacement, but that didn't include the solar panels. They would have to get a separate price to detach and reset the solar panels for the roof work. And when they finally got the price back, they said it would be an additional $13,000 just to detach the existing solar panels, change the roof, and put the solar panels back on. So that was almost half the price or 50% more just because there are solar panels on the roof already. Now, granted, there were a lot of solar panels. I think there was 43 panels in total. So That did make some sense, but $38,000 for a roof replacement was not something I expected and would completely kill my whole budget. Now, I had my GC find a subcontractor directly, and she was able to find one that would do the full roof replacement for only $10,500. And then he would charge me an extra $2,500 just to take off the solar panels and dispose of them. If I wanted to keep the solar panels and put them back on afterwards, it would be another $5,000. But I decided against it as I was already over budget with this roof replacement that I did not expect. So now I'm at $60,000 plus another $13,000 for the roof replacement on my total renovation budget. Thankfully, that was the only big surprise during the renovations, and the rest of the rehab went pretty smooth. However, for the bathroom tiles, her quote was just for the shower walls and only up to 8 feet. While I wanted to tile the shower walls all the way to the ceiling and all of the bathroom floors and laundry floors. And her price for that went up quite a bit more, so I decided to just end up sending my own contractor from Houston to do the tile work in San Antonio. I just paid for his hotel stay for 5 nights where I did all the tile work, but he charged me the same price he would charge me normally in Houston. That ended up saving me almost $4,000, and I used that extra money to buy nicer new vanities for the master bathroom and a new front door just for a nice clean look to the home. The entire renovation ended up taking 2.5 months, and you can see here the before and after pictures so you can see the full scope of the transformation. Once again, it was only a cosmetic remodel, but it cost so much money because of the size of the home. The house was 3,635 square feet and by far the biggest home in the entire subdivision. But as you can see, just new floors, new paint, and new recessed lights and fixtures makes a huge difference to the feel of the home. My realtor listed the property on the market at $350,000. Now, there wasn't much traction in the first few weeks, but it finally picked up and we got the property under contract in just 6 weeks. It then took the buyers another 6 weeks to close as they were getting a loan, and there were some problems that popped up during the home inspection. During the home inspection, the inspector found out that the water heater was on its last legs and needed to be replaced. Also, they found there was hot water on the upstairs, but there was no hot water in the downstairs. Now, luckily, all the showers are upstairs for all the bedrooms, and downstairs just had a half bathroom for a sink and a toilet, and the kitchen sink. Now, my general contractor sent her plumber out there to troubleshoot the issue. However, when this home was built, the builder ran the plumbing lines underneath the concrete slab of the home, which is a big no-no, because in order to troubleshoot the lines, he would have to break up all the concrete to find where the issue is in the line. So that would be way too much work and way too expensive. So the alternative was to just cap off the underground water lines and run brand new PEX lines through the ceiling between the first and second floors to the half bathroom and to the kitchen. Her plumber charged me $1,400 to replace the water heater and $900 to run new PEX lines for the hot and cold water to the half bathroom and to the kitchen. Now, after that, the plumber had to cut a lot of sheetrock in the ceiling to run the lines. So my general contractor came back and charged me another $500 to patch up and repair all the sheetrock cuts that the plumber had made. So overall, the entire flip from the day I bought it to the day I sold it was 5.5 months. I bought the home on July 16th of 2025, and I finished the renovations October 2nd of 2025. However, the home didn't close and sell until January 2nd of 2026. All right, let's break down all the final numbers and see what my actual net profit was. I purchased the home for $190,000. The purchase closing costs ran $3,673. The total renovation cost was $81,596. The holding costs, such as the utilities and the private money lender interest, ran $13,200. I sold the home for $350,000, and the closing costs on the sale, such as realtor commissions and concessions to the buyer, ran $21,787. That leaves me with a net profit of $39,744. The renovation ran higher than expected due to the roof replacement, some change orders with the general contractor, and the repair costs with the hot water lines and the plumbing. So that's quite a bit higher than my original budget of $60,000. I went a third over budget. Now, the $13,000 in holding costs, there were some utilities and HOA fees, but like 95% of that was the interest payments to the private money lender. So all in all, quite a bit lower than my expected profit of $70,000. However, I can't complain. I put no money in this deal as my private money lender funded the whole purchase and the renovations, and I barely did any work as I had a general contractor run the show and manage all the subcontractors. So it's headache-free, hassle-free, and no money needed from my side of things, and I still made $40,000. And I'll definitely take a profit right now, especially when the market has been so slow here in Texas, as it's been a buyer's market due to the number of inventory. A lot of flips are just sitting and not selling, so I'm happy mine sold pretty quick and I still made a good profit. Now, here's a couple lessons I learned from this flip. Lesson 1. It was a great reminder that you make your money on the buy. The price you purchase the home is the most important thing. I got the home cheap enough where I had enough cushion to cover the spread with the unexpected surprises and costs. Lesson 2. Solar panels are a headache. They will add significant costs to your home in the future if you ever have to replace the roof. I never imagined it would cost that much more just to take off solar panels and put them back on when doing a roof job. So if you found this deal breakdown video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more breakdown videos like this one.